For this film, the idea came from a cousin that Jerusha has. He lives up in Alaska. He's like 15. And for a long time, he's been writing really messed up science fiction stories, and his parents have been quite disturbed at some of the content in these stories, and we thought it would be quite funny to make a film about that.
So when are you gonna let me read one of your stories?
I've let my mom read a few, but they've just made her cry.
To me, the movie is about a guy who's got a creative passion, but he thinks his stuff is too weird for the world. And he doesn't know if there's ever going to be an audience for the stuff he does, these weird sci-fi stories. And it's him sort of realizing that there is an audience for the stuff that he does.
I'd like to introduce you to one of the greatest science fiction authors of our time, Ronald Chevalier.
You know, we'd been a big fan of his work on his TV show, and we sent him the script, and he called us back, and he was like, yeah, man, it'd be great, let's do it, man. And he initially wanted to play the character as an American, but we told him to watch the original Logan's Run and try and do Michael York's voice. But that coming through Jermaine's really, you know, deep kind of, you know, resonant mouth and chest sounded very funny.
I'm assuming you love to write fantasy fiction, except the character names in your stories are suffering. Need thou not be afraid? We can add Onius, Ainus, or Anus to just about anything, and it becomes magical.
You just assume if someone has an accent like that, they're educated. But also, I had a professor at my college, a science fiction author, Philip Mann, and he had a very deep, booming voice. And whenever he spoke, you'd listen, and I thought of him as well.
Bronco. I can do better. Broncanus.
I believe it's ronaldchevalier.com, and it's Chevalier's. It's a portal into his mind. It's got, I think it's, yeah, very terrifying.
I'll cut to the chase. Unless you can give us something worth taking to print, we're just gonna have to let you go.
I'm a real fan of his other films, so I just said, oh, whatever you want me to do, I'll be there to do it.
Oh my gosh, is that the new Chevalier book?
You stole my story. Awesome. All you did was change the character names and turn Bronco into a tranny.
This is ridiculous.
That was really fun.
You know, Jared is really good at finding a balance between this kind of irreverent, whether it's scatological or just kind of like, you know, out of nowhere kinds of laughs, and then also trying to connect still to the heart of the story. And so hopefully if you have enough of both, there's something for everybody.
Dusty, I want you to meet Benjamin. But I noticed you didn't have any friends, so I signed you up for the Guardian Angel program at church.
I did not get to design the look. Had I designed the look, this would not have been the way I would have gone. But it was fun. It was definitely felt like I was a different person for those couple weeks I was on the set with that wig and stash.
Your mom's smoking hot. I play my cards right. Maybe someday I'll be your real guardian.
I still don't really know what my character is. I did get into character, but the problem was that Jared really didn't want any sort of expression from Dusty or any sort of intonation. He really just wanted it as like dead on arrival as possible. That was amazing. Working with Jennifer was just like a pure comedy all the time. Not only is she funny in movies, obviously, but just around the set and just in life, she's just one of the funniest people I've ever met. And so that was just the icing on the cake of doing the movie.
How you come down here and fight me like a man?
Seize him.
For me as a kid, I really wanted to be like a special effects supervisor. All my favorite movies were science fiction films, and so a lot of the things that you see in the film, from the battle stags and everything, are ideas that I had as a kid, and it was really fun to be able to kind of bring it to life. It was kind of an indulgent fantasy to be able to have science fiction sequences in this film.
Cyclops there. Cyclops there. Cyclops there. Turrets. Oh my holy crap, surveillance does. I hate those.
I think sci-fi fans are smart enough to realize that there's a wide variety of, you know, quality of sci-fi out there, and I'm hoping when they watch this, they just can get a good kick out of it.